Jumped nearly 7,000 times in a row while everybody else, including all her 8 crazy kids, stood there loudly laughing, sniggling and giggling themselves nearly to death all night long. Then after laying there tirelessly struggling to some way somehow get back out for nearly 8 days straight, all at once she quickly popped back up and took back off, savagely dragging and pulling him along at nearly 40 miles an hour while slapping her other 8 crazy kids upside their small stupid head so loud and hard it could be heard.
Relentlessly chasing them all, sometimes day and night, non-stop,
always
while
go.
Still yelling, screaming, hooping and hollering as their crazy lunatic tongues would be completely hanging down to their knees while she endlessly yelled louder and louder, trying her crazy best to somehow, some way knock all their small crazy heads completely off all their tiny humpback shoulders. Sometime in her desperate fit of rage, she would somehow, some way get in several lucky punches and loudly knock all their stupid dampers down at the exact same time and stand there once again, loudly laughing her crazy head halfway off while they all lay there knocked down as flat as a pancake, vigorously bucking their huge bulging eyes with all their big blabber mouths sprung wide open, loudly yelling, screaming, hooping and hollering once again, all as tired, run down, frustrated, humiliated, and without any question as mad as they could possibly be. Then, just like always, on and on she'd go endlessly yelling out, that blame it, Jimmy, why you bald-headed crazy idiot you. Did you see that? That blame it. I looked up and knocked them all down right at the same exact time, the stupid idiots. That blame it, Jimmy, why you bald-headed crazy idiot you. Did you see that? That blame it, I looked up and knocked them all down at the exact same time. That blame it, Jimmy, why you bald-headed crazy idiot you. Did you see that, Jimmy? Did you see that? That blame it, I looked up that time and knocked them all down at the exact same time. As her and her stupid lunatic son Jimmy started jumping up and down so high in the air they got stuck in a tree as all their nosy neighbors, everybody else in town, and nearly 5,000 onlookers stood there loudly laughing. Then after they both came back violently tumbling down, nearly breaking both their crazy necks half in two and loudly bumping and banging their stupid heads on several large limbs, all at once Miss Moselle Wyndham McGee grabbed up her bald-headed crazy son Jimmy, who was still tightly tethered to her long 50-foot rope, and quickly took back off, running full speed, relentlessly chasing behind all her other 8 crazy kids as they all repeatedly ran inside crowded public restrooms, screaming, yelling, hooping, and hollering so loudly the windows started completely popping out. On and on they all went, tirelessly jumping and climbing and crawling in and out of open stalls while their stupid lunatic mama, Miss Moselle Wyndham McGee, and her bald-headed crazy son Jimmy kept on repeatedly looking, gazing, and peeping inside on other people who always jumped up and ran outside, loudly yelling and screaming most of the time, undressed and buck naked, while loudly calling her and her son Jimmy 2 self-righteous, stupid acting, crazy lunatics, while desperately trying to somehow, some way put back on their clothes, all as angry, frustrated, upset and mad as they could possibly be, while jumping up and down, throwing fits of rage for being rudely interrupted, while Miss Moselle, her bald-headed crazy son named Jimmy, and all her other 8 stupid kids stood there repeatedly snatching off entire restroom doors, framing all, angrily exposing everybody inside over and over again all day long, also loudly laughing, sniggling and giggling all their small crazy heads halfway off. It never ever really mattered to her the least bit just how soon as one of her stupid lunatic kids did something really stupid. Then, just like clockwork, all at once Miss Moselle Wyndham McGee would drop whatever she was doing, angrily rush over and with all her huge crazy might, reach over and loudly slap the taste of baking soda out of their big twisted mouth while standing there as flat-footed as a goose while still poised and cold-cocked, loudly yelling out, that blame all of y'all crazy luck. I mean it, that gum thing I said. Shut up, that gummit, and sit down. As they all always quickly broke, scattered, and took off running all over everywhere, loudly screaming, yelling, hooping, and hollering nonstop for countless hours on end, while she stood there along with her bald-headed crazy son Jimmy, repeatedly jumping up and down, turning flips and somersaults, while loudly laughing, sniggling, and giggling their small crazy heads halfway off all day long, while all her 8 crazy kids repeatedly ran in and out of every public